Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. We are in Japan for the B-League B1 action between Nagasaki VELCA and Yokohama B-CORSAIRS. A battle of West against East. And as you will see, Nagasaki here in the Happiness Arena. That's probably a good name for this place because everybody's happy. Their team flying high with 25 wins on the season, far and away really the best team. And who knows, maybe this form in the regular season will carry on into the playoffs and get this team a title. Certainly no team you would think has been better on the evidence so far. And Modi Mayor and Paul Hinari and Lee Hyung-jun and co just excelling there in the right column. 25-3, the best record in the B-League. Yokohama B-CORSAIRS in the East, a little bit further afield down in 7th place with an 11-17 record. But Lassie Tuovi's team does have the capacity to come out and beat some good teams, beat the best in fact. But you look at the numbers, the shooting percentages, points per game, and rebounding, free throw shooting, everything is good for this Nagasaki VELCA team. Akili Mitchell there, former big-time star in the Basketball Champions League, as well as Damian Inglis of Yokohama B-CORSAIRS. We've got a good one coming up today between these two teams, and we're going to be bringing you all of the action. And certainly at home, Nagasaki VELCA, you would think would be unbeatable the way they have played this season. But again, that's not always the case. They haven't been perfect at home. In fact, it was Shimane Susanoo Magic, which surprised them on the road recently, 101-93. They did lose to Nagoya Diamond Dolphins earlier this season at home. And surprisingly, this team fell at Altieri Chiba in the opening game of the season. And you look at the All-Star game situation for the Nagasaki VELCA and the B-CORSAIRS, and everybody's getting excited about that competition that's going to be coming up, and you'll be able to watch that online. But again, right now it's all about the B-League, and it's about Nagasaki VELCA trying to maintain their momentum that they have built. Once you get the momentum, you don't want to lose it. You don't want any doubt to creep in. Meanwhile, the adversity has been there for all to see for Yokohama B-CORSAIRS, but they need to get a win today. Ichikawa, Kume, and Uenishi, the referees for today. And again, the Yokohama B-CORSAIRS roster: Seiya Ando, Damian Inglis, Taniguchi, Maeno, Kiefer Ravena, the Philippines international, Kenta Mori, the captain, Kai King, Matsuzaki, Caleb Tarjuski, Keisudo, and Yu. A lot of talent in this team. I don't think there's quite as much talent in this team, perhaps, as the Nagasaki team, but there is enough talent in this team. This was the big signing, Seiya Ando, coming out number 3 coming into this season. Damian Inglis, Kiefer Ravena, Tarjuski, and Sudo rounding out the top, or rather the starting 5.
They are the Yokohama B-CORSAIRS.
Lassie Tuovi, who is also the Finland national team coach. at the helm of Yokohama B-CORSAIRS for the second season. And Damian Inglis, looking at his numbers, has some ups and downs. The Frenchman certainly on his day can be one of the best players in the league. And it's all about getting some consistency. And I think for him, just being able to make shots, knock down some mid-range jumpers. Paul Hanari, meanwhile, the assistant coach on the other bench to Mari Maor, was the coach at Shimane Susanoo Magic for several seasons, and when he was there, he coached Seiya Ando, so he has some insight. Perhaps maybe that'll play into this a little bit, because Seiya Ando will get a lot of playing time today at the point, or at the two, for Yokohama B-CORSAIRS. But here we are looking at the Nagasaki players being introduced today. Matsumoto Karimata, certainly excited. Lee Hyun-jung, what a talent he is. We saw him play for Korea in the last window, also at the FIBA Asia Cup this summer. Just outstanding. Morita, Brantley, Kumagai, Hoshikawa, Stanley Johnson, Yamaguchi, Yudai Baba, obviously hugely popular in Japan national team star Akira Mitchell, and Kawamata. Can't argue with this talent, but it's not just about talent, it's about playing together, and it's about sharing the basketball, it's about playing good defense, and their team has done it better than Nagasaki, so you just got to tip your hat to them. Matsumoto, Lee, Brantley, Johnson, and Baba will be in the starting five. There's Lee. Lee is everything that you could want in a basketball player and more, and doesn't just have the talent, he's got the leadership. And similar to Babai, has played in Australia. He's also had the strong college career playing at Davidson College in America for Bob McKillop, which is where also, don't forget, Steph Curry played. He shot to fame. So many good players have played at Davidson. There's Modi Mayor, excuse me, and Paul Hanare. Nagasaki wearing the staff, wearing the trademark black suits. It's all business. Stanley Johnson, who has just been outstanding this season. Look at that, 22.7 points per game, especially playing more than 26 minutes per game. And while it's not a one-man team, he definitely is one of these players that stands out. Played his college basketball at Arizona. 29 years of age. Has been on a tear. They did beat Cheetah Jets in the last couple of games. That just illustrates how good they are. Look at that. So Johnson, Brantley, Lee, Yudai Baba, and Matsumoto in the starting five. Ando, Ravena, Sudo, Inglis, and Tarjuski in the starting five for Yokohama B-CORSAIRS. So we're talking about Johnson, 27 points on December 28th. And that win, and 33 in the game before that. So he has been on a tear. Well, we're underway here in Nagasaki. Nagasaki VELCA taking on Yokohama B-CORSAIRS. Yokohama winning the opening tip, getting in, and Suda making the first shot of the game. So a good start for Yokohama. Can't afford a slow start today against this team. And tough shot inside. The offensive rebound now. Johnson is the pass to Brantley. Goes up with the left hand and he misses. And Czarzuski with the rebound. Another Arizona product like Johnson. So they've got the Wildcat thing to talk about before and after the game, and maybe even during the game. Here's Inglis. Czarzuski trying to box out. Sudo has already hit one shot. Here he is on the baseline. This time misses. Sudo, and quickly the other way, and somehow Nagasaki conspired to miss that shot. Here's Inglis, goes in, and he's fouled by Brantley.
Number 7, Brantley. First person, team first.
So Inglis getting to the free throw line. I didn't see too much wrong there with Brantley. I think Inglis fortunate to get to the line. And you know what they say, ball don't lie. Let's see if he can make the free throw. Brantley's saying, I didn't touch him. And certainly the ball does not lie as he misses the first one. Hard to believe that Kenji Matsumoto missed that last layup at the other end. You see Inglis, one of his assets is he's a great rebounder, 7th in the league coming into this game at 8.7 rebounds per game, and he misses both free throws. So yeah, I think definitely ball don't lie. So we saw that over 2 effort from Gaman Inglis. Here's Brantley, and then he's fouled by Czarzuski, or maybe it's Sudo. So it is indeed on Koya Sudo, his first foul. So now Brantley goes to the stripe.
2 shots.
Brantley comes in 15.9 points, 5.4 rebounds, 4.7 assists, and he makes the first. Here he is, seeing him on the offensive end, but on the defensive end, he comes in 3rd in the league at 1.8 steals per game. So he ties it up here early in the contest. Sudo drifts in, goes up. And a nice drive, hooping and scooping and getting it to go. Keeper Ravena. Gilas fans watching from abroad will enjoy seeing that move. Here's Stanley Johnson for 3. What can you say? I mean, he can beat you anywhere on the court, and that is the early evidence. Oh, Ando almost turning it over, and the defense does indeed get the steal. And Lee fouled a long way from the basket. They're not going to count it. But very, perhaps a sign of things to come. Just can't make that pass against this Nagasaki team. Too good defensively. Gonna have to pass it, but you're gonna have to beat them off the dribble. Kai King checks into the game. early entry for him, 2.5 minutes in. Here's a layup, and Brantley scores to make it 7-4. Ball inbounded to Inglis. Here's Ando. Can he start to get involved? He's being hounded by Udai Baba. He turns it over. Kai King comes down, helps out on defense. Here's Johnson, fakes it. Over to Brantley from deep. He's got it. It's 10-4. Nagasaki looking like they want to deliver an early knockout. And another turnover. Lee gets it up, and another layup, and a dunk for Brantley. And Lassie Tuovi doesn't want to use the timeout here early, but he may have to, because the way they're turning it over and giving up easy buckets. Here's Inglis. Oh, well, Lassie knows best as Inglis makes the shot. But again, another easy one. Matsumoto, the double and the layup for the veteran. Say Ando gets it down low to King. Here's King. Good shot from Kai King. Nice turn, bye-bye, and he is fouled by Damian Inglis.
YOKOHAMA, number 23, King, first personal, team 30. Shoot the motion to the mountain, shoot the VELCA, substitution, number 4.
Kai King with the first foul. Sudo left the game because of the 2 fouls that he picked up early. That was why they had the early substitution. And meanwhile, Udai Baba goes to the line and makes the first. One of the best all-round talents in Japan, really, for the past, I have to say, several seasons, even though he's played abroad, just when you include his national team duty. Here's Kento Mori checking into the game for the first time. Kento Mori is the captain, and he'll be looking to make a difference on defense, especially. Say Ando. This is the Kai King. It's a 3-guard lineup. Look at that. The activity on defense really causing problems. This is where they have to be good. They have to be able to, oh boy, they settle for a difficult shot. Damian Inglis, well, at least he's showing signs of possibly having a nice game, knocking down some shots, but they're going to have to be good on the dribble against this team. It just looks like they're going to be cutting off those passes. Here's the drive. Brantley, who looks pretty much unstoppable here at the start of the game. Wow. 11 points already. Kai King into the paint. They get to the corner. Say Ando, you got that. They're going to have to make shots. Another jump down low, and this time Matsumoto is fouled by Seiya Ando. And boy, he's lucky to get to the line here. Looked like he got all balls, Seiya Ando. Hey, look at that. Ball don't lie on this end as well. He misses the first. Matsumoto averaging just 1.9 points, 0.2 assists per game coming in. They don't need him for his scoring, not in this team. Although he has had the early bucket. He makes the free throw. Now he'll check out. And we'll see Kumagai check into the game. Ko Kumagai, who actually has better numbers, but comes off the bench, 4.1 points, 4.2 assists per game. Zando. Double comes, he gets to the English, and then he immediately faces a double team. Can he win this matchup? He's been able to get the shot up and over, but this time does not make it against Stanley Johnson. Ooh, a long way out, Johnson. Well, pick your poison. I mean, he can knock down the threes, but is he going to make that three consistently from 1.5 meters? And look at the turnover. Unbelievable. Johnson's not going to miss that one. That's just about as bad a pass as you can make in the B-League against a team that is going to jump in the passing lanes. I mean, this is Kento Mori has to realize he's playing professional basketball. He can't make that pass. Turn it over there. It's an easy bucket. I mean, there's nothing good is going to come out of that. So 21-13, Nagasaki VELCA on top of Yokohama B-CORSAIRS. And 4 steals, 9 points scored off turnovers for Nagasaki VELCA, and Yokohama B-CORSAIRS with those 4 turnovers. Udai Baba passing it out. This was Stanley Johnson knocking that one down. And Brantley. Stanley Johnson was the 8th overall pick in the 2015 draft by Detroit, so that's just kind of an indicator about his talent level, where he's been. Only played 1 season at Arizona. Here's the bounce pass, and Tarczewski misses, gets it back, goes back up, oh! And has got to settle for free throws. This is a huge test for Tarczewski and also Inglis, because they need to play big minutes today. And Tarczewski is going to be a little bit frustrated he didn't get that to go down the first time. But all will be fine if he makes both free throws. Maiano with the foul. Could have called a foul on either player. And Tarczewski does make the first. Could have called that one on Kawamata as well. But it was Maido. And Tarczewski makes the first. And the second. So he now takes a seat. And checking into the game for Yokohama. They lose a little bit of size. Udai Baba drifts in, gets it back, got a box out. Ando. Not letting him get off, that's for sure. Here's Kai King, almost traveled. And another turnover, gives the ball back to Nagasaki VELCA. So Mino came into the game for Tarzuski, and it's just thankless task. See Brantley coming in. So thankless task for this Yokohama B-CORSAIRS team. I mean, they're not going to be able to just, they're going to have to box out. They give up size at every position on the court. And this time the ball goes off the hands of Brantley.
Yokohama substitution, number 15, Odaya. Number 24, Matsuzaki.
Matsuzaki comes into the game. And these will be the moments where when some of the reserves come in and can really lay down their mark for this team. They're going to have to play well. The battle of the reserves, although you've got for Nagasaki, Karamata, arguably could be a player in the starting five, but it's the reserves for Yokohama that really have to play well today. I mean, everybody has to play well. Here, oh, wonderful drive. How about that from Kiefer Ravana? And he does have the offensive skills to break players down off the dribble and get to the basket. We just saw it there. He's going to have to hit some shots. Here's Lee from deep. Oh, my goodness. This guy, of course, we saw him just light up China in the FIBA Asian qualifiers for the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Here he is again, pulls up, and this time a little long. He was feeling it. Brantley drives, oh, this time intercepted by Ravana. Here's Inglis. Oh! He's looking like he was tripped up. No whistle. Must have just stumbled and fell over. Here's Ravana again. And Lee, now he's going to go out to the ref and say he was tripped. Look at Inglis. Blow the whistle. But the referee can't call a foul if he doesn't see it, but he definitely looked like he may have gotten tripped up. Not on purpose, but I think Lassie Tuovi is saying just that right now. He's like, you got to protect my guys. For Ravana. Matsuzaki. That was long. Kitamaino really having to battle hard in there to try to get rebounds, but here's Lee again, goes baseline, hands it off, and laying it up and in, an easy one for Kawamata. He was also put on the Japan national team shirt. Mori pass gets away from Inglis. Brantley. Kawamata fouled down low by Kitamaino. And Yokohama has been their own worst enemy so far, turning the basketball over.
Number 14, Johnson. Two shots.
Kawamata, look at this, 77.8% at the line as a team, which is third overall in the B-League. And it's just kind of a rare miss, but then they get the offensive rebound. Here's Johnson, he misses, and good job Tarzuski knocking it over to his teammate. Can't afford to give away those easy ones. Here's Ando, drives in and scores. Nice cut, give and go. Back to a 10-point deficit. The way this defense plays for Nagasaki, I mean, if you can make those give and go cuts, dribble, you might get some layups. But there is Stanley Johnson, this time not settling. And I'm assuming Say Ando is going to hold it for one. Here he is. Nope, he puts it up quickly, and too quickly at that. So again, another chance. Here's Stanley Johnson. Well, that was a mental mistake for Say Ando. Took that shot way too early. And Nagasaki take full advantage, racing down the floor, 33-19. Nagasaki VELCA on top of Yokohama at the end of one. Well, you know it's going to be a tough game when you go up against Nagasaki VELCA, especially on their home floor. And when you trail by 14 points at the end of the first quarter, it doesn't bode well. So it's imperative that this Yokohama B-CORSAIRS team do make some inroads here in this second quarter. Take the early punches. Oh, nice play. And they sorted that one out. They sized up the defense. They spread the floor. Good job by Lassie Tuovi in between quarters, rather. Here's Yudai Baba, but they give up the open three, and there's also a foul away from the basket. Now, are they going to count this shot? No, or have they called a foul? Great crowd here at Nagasaki. We'll give you the numbers when we have them. But it looks like a full house here in the new year. Happy New Year, by the way, to everybody. Oh, no, there's no foul there. So 36-21, the lead grows to 15. Kiefer Ravena over to Inglis, open, and falls to Tarzuski. Now, did they Reset the shot clock. What's the situation here? I think they want to review something here, perhaps on whether or not the shot clock reset. It's a strange one. I'm not sure. There still should have been time on the clock to get a shot off, so. But they stopped play. Okay, yeah, it's weird because they stopped play to do this, but it kind of messes up the flow of the offense for Yokohama. So they've got less time and they're under more pressure now to try to get an open look. Anyway, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. English drives in, misses the shot. There's Tarzuski, another rebound. They get a 3, and it works at this end as well. You get the offensive rebound, you get second opportunities. And Ando knocks down the corner 3. Oh boy, entry pass, and Lee just lays it up and in. 20 points in the paint. Keeper Avena from the right. Offensive rebound, nice cut, nice release. He misses the shot. Tarzuski's doing an outstanding job crashing the boards. Crashing the offensive boards. Well, that's a good development. Lee picks up his second foul. Good development for Yokohama. Let's see if he goes out of the game. Well, he's fortunate, Tarzuski, to get that call because it looked like Lee was the one that may have been fouled. Matsumoto, meanwhile, so Lee has to go out. Matsumoto comes in. Nice give and go again. Oh my, that is just poetry right there. That is beautiful basketball. Absolutely terrific passing game. Now when the passing is on, it doesn't get any better, and you can see that Ando sitting there talking to Gary Clark, and Gary Clark not playing today. That is a huge absence for Yokohama B-CORSAIRS. Gary Clark, one of their best players. So, I mean, anytime you start a game without Gary Clark when you're Yokohama, you're already on the back foot. They just can't afford not to have a player that of his ability playing. He's actually hurt, Gary Clark, against Saga Ballooners on December 20th. Not sure what the injury was, but it's enough to keep him out of action for a while. We're able to win a couple of games without him against Altieri Chiba. Here is the miss. But it would be an amazing feat without him if they could win this game.
Number 1, Matsumoto. First person, team 7. Yokohama 7.
Yokohama trying to close the gap, get it back down to 10 points, maybe 9 on another pass, almost intercepted. Just have to be so careful against this team. And Kiefer Ravena gets in, the ball knocked out of bounds with 4.9 seconds remaining. It'll stay at this end. Stanley Johnson, for all of his offensive prowess, certainly is Very active on defense as well. And Sei Ando catches the inbounds pass. Well, that was a good look for him. Stanley Johnson to the corner. Udai Baba for three. That's another one for Udai Baba. His second three of the game. He's got 10 points. Feels like everybody's got 10 or more points for this Nagasaki team. Nice bounce pass. Again, Damian Ingles drives right in and scores. It's all about making that quick pass. Those give and goes is where Yokohama are having their success. Udai Baba spins, turns, fouled by Koyasudo. Not a good play by Koyasudo. Don't want to foul the jump shooter. That's 3 fouls. I mean, he's playing pretty good defense there, but the referee felt like there was some contact that they had to call. Yu is going to come in for Yokohama. And it seems like Lassi Tuovi is just going to keep Sudo out there because just to try to stay in the game. In terms of stay within touch of this Nagasaki VELCA team, there's no need to sit him on the bench if you're going to fall further behind. Both free throws good. Udai Baba having himself a game today. Tamori checks back in, a little bit shaky when he came off the bench in the first quarter. Let's see how he does in the second. Nice handoff, and Yu fouled. Great play. Didn't make the shot, but he got fouled. Yokohama definitely figured some things out in terms of attacking this aggressive defense. Tentamori is going to be good on the dribble. And as he cuts to the basket, Yu does the right thing by himself by going to the basket as well and makes the first free throw. So 14 points separate these two teams. Brantley from deep. A lot of ball movement there. Dangerous pass by Inglis. This time Jarrell Brantley wasn't ready to come up with a steal. Bounce pass. Nice handoff again. And great coverage on defense by Udai Baba. And here's Yu committing the, or rather, Yu in the backcourt. Just terrific. Terrific play by Udai Baba. He does it all, Udai Baba. That's why he's so good. Defensively, he usually guards the other team's best player. Offensively, he has all the tools. Stanley Johnson dribbles between the legs. This one's going up. He's going to put it up. Drives in. Wow. I thought he was trying to do too much, but he knew exactly what he was doing. He has 11. Damian Ingles spins, turns, gets it up. Damian Ingles can't turn this into a battle between him and Stanley Johnson. Yokohama have done so well sharing the basketball, and here is another play. Bounce pass, layup, 18-point advantage. And unfortunately, that's a direct result of the quick early shot from Damian Inglis, which wasn't the best shot. Tries to make up for it playing D, but look at this. Beautiful play. Give and go as well. More of a delayed give and go. Stanley Johnson having himself a game today. He's got 11 points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds. And I'm not sure, Akil Mitchell's out there, hasn't played today for Nagasaki VELCA. (47-29), Nagasaki VELCA on top of Yokohama B-CORSAIRS. Tarzuski catches, drives in. Beautiful play. Oh, Tarzuski's played well today. He's done what he needs to do. Brantley this time goes right at Tarzuski and gets the foul, so he will go to the line. Nagasaki, they just know how to get after you on both ends of the court. I mean, this 25-3 record for them is this team is for real. I mean, you have to say they are just taking care of business. They're aggressive. They play hard. They play fast. They play hard on defense. I mean, it's just been a powerful display. One more make inside the arc, but 3 more threes. But defensively, Nagasaki did score 10 points off turnovers. Compare that to 2 points off turnovers for Yokohama. 20 points in the paint for Yokohama, 24 points in the paint for Nagasaki. Again, shooting that high percentage from three-point range, 5 of 10. Just 2 of 8 for Yokohama. Big difference, really. I mean, against the steals, the turnovers, 6 steals for Nagasaki, 4 of those by Lee, who's actually out of the game after picking up a couple of fouls. So this is a relentless team. And again, Mitchell's not even playing today. And Brantley just goes to the line and makes the first. And makes the second, having himself a whale of a game today. 39-31. Seiya Ando. Twisting, turning, excellent work. Yu tapping it in. Brantley. Third consecutive year with this team. Here's Tarzuski picking up the loose ball. Rare turnover. Now on the break, Ando fouled. Good attempt to try to get rid of the basketball before he got fouled. But he will go to the free throw line. The foul on Karimata. Well, this could be potentially a way for them to try to claw into this deficit, get to the free throw line, make some shots. And again, great work, Tarzuski, this time getting out on the break, passing it ahead.
YOKOHAMA substitution. Number 24, Matsuzaki.
Tarzuski kind of reminds me of Jonathan Harar. Lubanga. Hokkaido. Here is Lassie Tuovi trying to get some. Oh no, they weren't at the free throw line, excuse me. I thought that was put them over the limit. So anymore, they will be over the limit. Kenta Mori again with another lackadaisical pass. And this time they escape. Can't make, use the bounce pass. Can't make lackadaisical passes against this Nagasaki VELCA team. There's a foul, so free throws will definitely be coming this time for Seiya Ando. Yeah, 3 turnovers, I believe, for Kenta Mori. This time the foul on Kumagai. So Seiya Ando steps up to the line to attempt the free throws. His first free throw attempts of the day. He's got 10 points. Again, no Gary Clark today for Yokohama B-CORSAIRS, so that is a big absence. And Ando makes the first. I mean, the reality is, throughout the course of the long season, you're going to have injuries to players. And Seiya Ando makes both. He's got 12 points. Here's Brantley. Look at this. Down low to Karimata. Pass it back outside. Udai Baba. Oh my. His third three-pointer of the day. He's got 15 points. He's perfect from three-point range, in fact. 3 of 3. Udai Baba, see the foul on Kumagai. So this will be free throws. And again, when you are already over the limit, that's not a good play. Because you're going up against a Yokohama team that looking for any way to score. And you're going to put them on the free throw line. You like the aggressive defense, but maybe not quite so aggressive. Stanley Johnson comes back into the game. Kawamata still in the game underneath the basket. Seiya Ando. again, makes both free throws. Kiefer Avena comes in for Ando. So back to a 15-point deficit. I mean, it would be a victory of sorts and a turnover against Nagasaki VELCA. It would be a victory of sorts if Yokohama could get this deficit down to 10 points by halftime. Take a little bit of momentum into the break, but also it would be just imperative really for Nagasaki to keep the pressure on, at least go in with a 15-point lead. There they are, passing it around. Good job, Kenta Mori. And another turnover, just awful. Three-point shot, no good. English with the rebound. Kenta Mori has got to do better. I mean, that previous trip down the floor's pass to English made him bend over. Gotta make some easier plays out here. Sasaki on the court as well, number 24 for Yokohama. They need somebody to step up and make a shot. Yokohama just 2 of 8 from three-point range. And again, we talked about the fouls. So a foul has been committed, and another opportunity for Yokohama to make inroads at the free throw line.
Number 7, Bradley.
Somebody's complaining out on the court. Not sure who it is. I think it's Stanley Johnson complaining to the referee. He needs to pipe down. I can hear that. Boy, English has just had a really tough game today. 0 for 3 at the free throw line. Okay, he does have 8 points and 5 rebounds. A couple of turnovers. So he makes 1 of 2. Brantley looking at the options. Get it to the corner, and this time the 3 does not drop for Tarimata. So an opportunity here for Yokohama to get even closer, get it down to 12 points. That's a better bounce pass from Kenta Mori. English, somebody's open. He's got to get rid of it. Nope, he's going to put up a tough shot. Turnaround. Yokohama. Stanley Johnson still barking. What is? Stanley Johnson is definitely walking a fine line. So the whistle blows, the foul is called, and then he starts chirping at the referee. So he's going to inbound the basketball again. Entry pass, Brantley follows up the miss. Inglis kind of guilty of standing around, not boxing out. And this is the foul, and again another mistake by Matsumoto with the foul. We've seen a couple of times the guards fouling a long way from the basket. The reach, play aggressive defense, but you're over the limit. And there's no doubt that's a foul. Reaching in, making contact. I can only assume that Mode Mayor is telling him just that, Matsumoto. Play defense, stay in front of your man. Don't reach and commit a foul. It's an obvious foul because you're going to put him on the line. We're over the limit. Oh boy, good work by Inglis to knock it away. Another chance. It's going to go right at Stanley Johnson this time. Turns, misses. Tarczewski battles. Doing a great job. Inglis for three. Golly. Damian Inglis just so desperately trying to kind of find a way to impact this game on offense, but sometimes forcing it a little bit. Johnson from deep. He misses. Tarczewski's the one that's really getting it done today. Oh, well, that looked like a trip to me. And he does get rid of it to keep her Ravena. Look at Brantley hustling. Excellent work, Brantley. Leading by example. I still think Tarczewski was fouled. That to me looked like the second time a Yokohama B-CORSAIRS player was tripped up while he was on a break. But you can't complain about Brantley and his effort. Just outstanding. Diving on the floor for the loose ball, fouled by Ravena. Now he goes to the line. That's a bit strange. It looks like they have not called a foul. I'm not exactly sure what that call was. That's what Mode Mayor is saying, and it looked like Brantley had been fouled. But maybe they called a jump ball. So they get possession. Ooh, taking it early. And Johnson misses a chance here. They got to go quickly. Say Ando gets it to Inglis. Kai King does not get it off in time. Frustration evident there on the bench for Yokohama B-CORSAIRS. It could be worse. But Nagasaki VELCA leading at 54-39 at halftime.
まして、明けましておめでとうございます。Happy New Year's! さあ、お正月っていうことで、ここでベルカカルタ対決をしたいと思います。早速なので、参加者の皆さんにご登場していただきましょう。大きな拍手で迎えてください。どうぞ。いいですね。キッズっていうことで、それでは皆さん2026年いいスタートが切れるように頑張っていきましょう。それではベルカカルタ対決のルールを簡単に説明したいと思います。まずはコート上にはベルカの選手やヘッドコーチの写真を使った取り札が置かれております。通常のカルタと同じように読み札が読まれたら内容に合う取り札を取ってください。参加者の6名はチームネイビー、チームホワイトに分かれてチーム対抗の勝負をしてもらいます。そしてこちらホームベンチ側チームネイビー、アウェーベンチ側チームホワイトに分かれてもらいます。すべての札、残り1枚がなくなった時点で、残り1枚ですべての札がなくなった時点で多くの札を取ったチームの勝利となります。さあ、参加者の皆さんは読み札が読まれている間は取り札の周りを回っていただきますが、読み札を最後まで聞く前に取り札を取っても OK です。さあ、それでは早速始めていきたいと思います。みんな準備は OK？ 準備大丈夫？ OK、 こうやって回っていってね。 Alright、 それでは始めていきましょう。1問目、どうしたら人気者になれるかな。おっとっと、早く取っていきました。それでは音楽をお願いします。ちょっと賑やかにねしていきたいので、音楽スタート。さあ次、スピードを見つけてドヤ顔アピール。取りに行った。みんな回って OK。 続きまして、かっこいい決めポーズでOK、 読む前に取ったね。はい、次は毎試合見たいこのセレブレーションの間ですね。Alright、 次に行きましょう。じゃあみんなこうやって周りを回っていきましょう。 Alright、 いいね。主役を奪う野生児 JB。 Alright、 いい感じだよ。じゃあどんどん歩いて、そろそろ見納め、マスクド熊子。いいね、いい感じ。じゃあ渡してください。さあ次、歩いていきますよ。モーディ、ごめんね、ダンク外しちゃった。 Alright。 さあ、それでは歩き始めていきますよ。さて来場の思い出にハイライト T シャツは3980円、サードフロアフラッグシップストアへ GO。 OK、 少なくなってきたね。いいね。じゃあどんどん回ってください。走って駆けつけ、すってんころりん。 Alright、 残り3ということでいきますよ。元気に飛び回る森 残り1っていうことでいきます。さてさて、最後を取るのはどのチームか。じゃあセンターサークル回って、alright いきますよ。表現豊かなモールヘッドコーチ、Excellent。それでは終了ということで、じゃあ皆さん真ん中にね、スタートポジションにこうやって来てください。alright。さあそれではね、何枚ゲットしたか、ここでウェルシュの皆さんに聞いてもらいましょう。それではチームネイビー、何枚取れましたか。
はい、6枚です。
6枚。6枚チームネイビー。そしてチームホワイト、何枚でしたか。
5枚です。
5枚っていうことで、熱い熱い戦い、チームネイビーが勝ちました。チームネイビーにはベルカ福袋がプレゼントとして与えられます。どうぞ。ではチームホワイトにはステッカー、それは皆さんに今一度大きな拍手をお願いします。 Alright、 以上ベルカ体対決でした。 Thank you very much。 それではセカンドハーフ、思いっきり楽しく盛り上げていきましょう。 Thank you。
ここで2025-26シーズン長崎ベルカと共に戦うパートナーのご紹介です。プラチナパートナー、株式会社谷川建設、足立株式会社、株式会社再開建設、株式会社司コーポレーション、経理の成功、西日本エンジニアリング株式会社、アサヒ飲料、ファミプラザ長崎、ジブラルタ生命、ストローカル、福徳不動産、株式会社タイニーハートフィールド、株式会社メモリード、長崎バスグループ、NIB 長崎国際テレビ、重工記念長崎病院、コールディングスグループ、NHI マリテック株式会社、文明堂総本店、大新技研株式会社、長崎豊か、ソシオフューチャー株式会社、サントリー株式会社、地層工業株式会社、医療法人さわやか入れた整形外科クリニック、ダスキンオークス、中野鉄工株式会社、再開採石株式会社、馬場グループ、先長グループ、ボートレースオンラ、ファクトリー、戸田建設、株式会社ラックランド、株式会社池田工業、株式会社武田商事、その他にも多くのパートナーの皆様にご支援いただいております。以上、2025-26シーズン長崎ベルカパートナーのご紹介でした。誰もが希望を持って踏み出せる、そんな明日を叶えるリソナグループ。心たぎる瞬間とともに夢やエナジーを生み出す B リーグ。2つの思いが共鳴し、あらゆる人の未来に勝つ
のメンバーがなんと現
Well, we're at halftime and looking back at the highlights of the first half, seeing some good shots made by Sei Ando, but that illustrates the problem. The turnovers, the points off turnovers scored by Nagasaki VELCA. They've made shots. Lee hitting the three, Yudai Baba making three-pointers. Yokohama were able to have some success again. Some give and goes, some cuts to the basket. Stanley Johnson, who's been on a tear this season, especially in recent games, just doing what he wants to do. Inglis has made some shots, but he's forced up a couple. Yudai Baba, again, playing terrific all over the court. Caleb Tarczewski's been terrific on the offensive glass, getting Sei Ando that opportunity from the corner. Let's see if Yokohama can do anything differently here, but giving up the open three there. There's Tarczewski making the pass to Inglis. Have to have a look at Tarczewski's numbers here at halftime. There is a bounce pass, good job. Again, Stanley Johnson not just scoring, but passing. Good interplay there between that duo and Tarczewski again scoring. Kawamata passing it outside to get it around. Baba knocking down another three. And Yudai Baba has been terrific with 15 points. Has a couple of turnovers. And Tarczewski has 9 rebounds to go this 4 points, but look at that 15-point lead. And you've got 10 points off turnovers scored by the host, just 2 for Yokohama. Yokohama with 6 points from the bench. 3 points from the bench for the home team. Yokohama actually out rebounding Nagasaki VELCA. Free throw shooting has been much better for Nagasaki. They've got the 4 more three-pointers that have been made. 7 fast break points for Nagasaki. Just 2 fast break points for Yokohama. Again, the 9 turnovers for Yokohama B-CORSAIRS. Brantley with 15 points as well as Yudai Baba. Johnson has 6 assists to go with his 11 points. So Brantley and Baba each with 15 points. Brantley also has 6 rebounds. And key players, well, Inglis has 9 points. He has 6 rebounds. Johnson, 11 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds. And he also has 2 steals. 1 steal for Damian Inglis, who is 4 of 11 from the floor. Playing hard, but shot selection leaves a little bit to be desired, but certainly a little bit more talent on display for this Nagasaki VELCA team. So second half action is underway, and Jarrell Brantley comes out and misses a three at the start. So an opportunity here for Yokohama to get a little bit closer. Lee back in the game, having sat for much of the first half. Inglis, ball gets away, another turnover. I'd like to see Yokohama get the ball to Kiefer Van and let him penetrate, dish, or score. So much attention being placed on Seiya Ando. Here's Ando guarding Matsumoto. Here's Brantley. Now Johnson puts it up from way downtown and misses. And Matsumoto with the offensive rebound, he misses. And now double-digit rebounds for Tarzuski. He's got 10. Oh boy, just Inglis needs to come out of the game. Look at that. Yudai just takes it right away and scores. Third turnover for Inglis. Good hustle down the floor for Kai King, but they cannot continue turning the basketball over. Brantley gets in and is going to the line. Got that one step on Tarzuski.
Number 25, Tarzuski. Second personal, team first.
Tarzuski came over to try to cut him off. Fouled him.
2 shots.
Brantley was perfect at the line in the first half. He's now made 5 in a row in this game. Came in shooting 73.6% from the line, so that percentage will go up. And the lead is 17. Oh boy, they get away with it there. Tarzuski goes up for the two-handed jam. A little bit of anger. Nice pass. They gabbled. Pass was just crisp enough, just hard enough to get it to Tarzuski before the D. Here's Lee. Ooh, Johnson lays it up and in. Ando drifts in. Look at Tarzuski continuing to battle in there. Gives his team another chance. Inglis struggles continue. Here's Johnson.
Number 4, Inglis.
So Inglis called for the reach.
Timeout, Yokohama.
See Yokohama a little bit peeved over what they think is a little bit of play acting by Nagasaki. Stanley Johnson, who's getting under their skin. Turnovers, fast break points, they all add up. A lot of Nagasaki VELCA fans behind the Yokohama bench. So 2 free throws coming for Stanley Johnson. Makes 1 of 2, but into the lane too soon is the call. And takes advantage of the second opportunity to make it. Ando still being hounded. They pass it around. Double team comes. Somebody's got to be open. They find Kai King in the corner. He goes in. Good offensive rebound, Tarzuski. Tarzuski really has carried Yokohama today, just with his effort, his intensity. There's a foul out on the perimeter. Keeper Ravena, 3 free throws coming for Lee.
Second personal team third. シュートモーション中のファウルによりスリーショットが与えられます。3 shots.
Lee is really, again, just underlining his value to this team. Much like Udai Baba, just helps in so many different ways. First and foremost, plays defense. But he also has offensive skills and makes 2 of 3 at the line this time. So the lead goes back to 19. Ravena, good job, Keeper Ravena attacking. This time the ball gets away from Tarzuski. Just to Lee, who tries to make the pass. Now he's going to keep it. He's going to go in, and he's fouled. Tell you what, this Nagasaki VELCA team is so good. It's hard. Ordinarily, any one of these guys you would think would be the best player in the team, but you got Lee, you got Johnson, you got Brantley, especially that trio. You got Baba. Those 4 players are elite. Look at this. And here's Lee, who's actually, with his 3-point shooting, second in the B-League at 47.2%, which is why you have to respect that shot, and probably why he got fouled out there on the perimeter. 22 points. Oh, wonderful play, Kai King. The best way to take on pressure is to attack pressure. And Kai King attacking, getting to the line, a chance for a 3-point play. So 25-year-old Kai King at the stripe. Oh, misses the free throw. 20 points, the difference. 3-point shot, misses everything this time, Lee. Well, right idea, but throwing it at the feet is a little bit hard to pick up. And Lee going back to the free throw line, just playing downhill right now, just attacking, putting pressure again on that defense. Udai Baba, excuse me. And Udai Baba goes to the stripe. 3 fouls on Kai King.
Yokohama substitution, number 18, Bogey. Number 7, Tanaguchi. シュートモーション中のファウルに2ショットが与えられます。2ショット。
Well, Nagasaki are playing Yokohama this weekend. Then they'll have a couple against Santa Neo Phoenix. Then go up against Seahorses Makawa. Then Hiroshima Dragonflies. It's going to be a Brex. A couple after that. Then a couple against Gunma Crane Thunder. Then a couple against Albert Tokyo. So exciting times for their fans. Obviously, we'll have players as well in the All-Star game, All-Star weekend. Damian Inglis with the three-pointer. This pass outside, Udai Baba, another. It's like jump shooting practice today. He is in his rhythm, 22 points. And again, I go back to who is the best player in this team. They've got 4 guys that you would think would be the leaders in any other team, or could be. There's tons of talent. Tarzuski, another. He's got a double-double now. Ten points, 13 rebounds for Tarzuski. Make it 14. Nope, he didn't corral it, but now the ball leaks up ahead, and Machizaki goes in and makes the layup. So break, or Taniguchi, excuse me. Taniguchi getting up and scoring on the break. Well, they find Lee, turns it into an alley-oop. Well, we saw that they're leading the B-League in scoring. And that's probably not going to change after today, because they are already with 74 points, Nagasaki, and I dare say they will pass 100. They've gone past the century mark already this season. They beat Sunrockers Shibuya 102-70. They won over Shiga Lake Stars 107-82, 106-84. They beat Hiroshima Dragonflies 105-74. Beat Osaka Avesa early in the season 196. Also rolled up a big one 107-82 over Seahorses Makawa. And they beat Altieri Chiba in their second game of the season. They scored 102 points. So getting to 100 is nothing unusual, not unusual for this. Damian Inglis, nice spin, drives in and scores. I'd be awfully surprised if they didn't get to 100 today. Nice pass. Johnson for 3. He's got 18. And Nagasaki had 77. Let's give and go. Kenta Maeno with the pass here. Catches it, and beautiful bounce pass. A foul on Yudai Baba. Just his second. Koyasudo back in the game, kind of one of the forgotten men. Also, Kawamata comes back in for Nagasaki VELCA, as does Karimata. So Kawamata and Karimata. .21 advantage for the whole team. Wide open three is good. Taniguchi providing a little bit of impetus from the bench. 18 points the deficit. Here's Brantley. And that'll be a turnover. One thing you say about teams coached by Lassi Tuovi, they will fall behind by a large deficit, but they will also come back. I'm kind of thinking in the back of my mind, this team can make a run, get this thing down to 10 points, and then make it a little bit interesting. Let's see if they can do it. Right now, it's an 18-point deficit. Inglis fades, got it up. Well, Brantley comes down with a rebound under pressure. Here's Lee from deep. Good job, Kawamata. Oh, look at Lee, a little Euro step. Oh, he misses. Gets it back, puts it up and in. Lee with 14 points, along with 5 rebounds and 4 assists and 4 steals. 79 points for Nagasaki. Kentamori to the corner. Sudo gets a 2. Brantley picks up the dribble. Here's Lee, shot clock about to expire, gets inside, fades, misses, and Kentamori fouled by Brantley.
Number 7, Brantley. Second person. Number 14, Johnson.
Brantley not happy with the execution. That's good. Good to see him being unsettled, even with an 18-point lead. Got to demand perfection. And Seiya Ando back in the game. Kentamori and Inglis out. Three-point look. Taniguchi missing, and it goes Kawamata. And that long three, no good. Offensive rebound. Ando gets blocked by Yudai Baba. Second block of the day for Yudai Baba. He's also got 2 steals and a couple of rebounds to go with his 22 points, which is a game high.
gets it up. They battle Kawamata with the rebound. Final 17 seconds to go, and Nagasaki VELCA just showing no signs of having their grip on this game loosened. Stanley Johnson says, clear out, I got this. Nope. This pass almost deflected out of bounds. There's a three and just rubs salt into the wounds. Kawamata. 84-61. And the Nagasaki VELCA machine continues to run smoothly. They are in command, outscoring Yokohama 30-22 in that third quarter. Biggest lead of the game, 23 points. Fourth quarter underway and more pressure. Yudai Baba with the steal and the bucket and the 25-point lead. Nagasaki VELCA not letting up in the slightest. Kiefer Avena did a good job not turning the basketball over there, being guarded by Johnson. And here is Kawamata with the foul. Even up 25 points, the VELCA are not going to give in. And Kiefer Avena feels the brunt of that defense on that play. And to think that they've played so well is without Akili Mitchell. I mean, you put Gary Clark in this game for Yokohama, and I don't think they're going to be down 25 points, but I still think they would be on the receiving end as well as this Nagasaki VELCA team has played tonight. Kawamata again, this time a tackle. Tarzuski hearing it a little bit from the bench. Now they're going to complain. They're going to challenge, saying this was an elbow. He definitely kind of called him as he went in. And I don't know if they saw a replay, which makes them think that they're going to get this call. Let's have a look. The only thing is he didn't swing the elbow. He had his elbows up. Yeah, no. I mean, I think he probably hit him with his elbow, but it wasn't because he swung it. He was just trying to get past, and because he's a big guy, he had his elbows up. I think if he wanted to swing, I think if he swung his elbows, I think Kawamata would feel that. But you may as well use your challenge if you've got it, especially up 25. Sudo from deep. Baba with the board. Stanley Johnson. Three-point shot. Tarzuski with the rebound. You know, and in view of tomorrow, you have to wonder with both teams, at what point do the coaches think enough is enough with the starters? Because it's going to take, it would take something exceptional for Yokohama to come back. Well, somebody's complaining again down out on the court. I'm not exactly sure who is saying what, but Tarzuski's definitely, he's back at the free throw line. So Kumagai comes back in, Karamata goes out. Well, it was that first quarter that really undermined Yokohama. Some of the turnovers and the easy buckets, and they've been playing catch up ever since. Udai Baba for three. How good is this man? I mean, he has been exceptional. 27 points, 5 of 5 from three-point range today. He has been unreal. Something tells me he'll be speaking after the game today. Kiefer Ravana fouled there, but again, he's had a great season. Looks like he's potentially had a season high today. He has indeed. Udai Baba. He had 22 in the game against Shiga Lake Stars on December 13th. So Udai Baba with a season high 27 points and counting. looked like Baba might have stepped on the half-court line. There's a pass to the corner, baseline reach, foul on Inglis. 89-65, 7.5 minutes remaining. Does not seem as if there's going to be a comeback today for Yokohama. Baba, I mean, that was part of the tone-setting display today for Nagasaki guarding Ando, who just didn't get anything going offensively early. Oh, that ball went around and out. Johnson drives in and one. He's got 20. He also has 8 assists and 5 rebounds. He's second scoring in the league at 22.7 points per game. He's 4th in steals at 1.7 points per game. And today he has 3 steals, so that number's going to go up. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. They don't just have a clear best player in this Nagasaki VELCA team. They've got 4 guys. I would suggest this is like a 4-headed monster with Brantley, Lee, Baba, and Johnson. I mean, this is I think the best, I would say it's the best 4 in the competition, and I think the standings bear that out. Also, when you look at their individual numbers. Nice bounce pass, Tarczewski, nice play, Yokohama, Kiefer Ravena drives in. Good play, Kiefer Ravena.
That's the best call all day. That's the best one up there right there. That's the best one. That's not for me either. That's a great call right there. That's a great call.
Well, Stanley Johnson is without a doubt, if that's him that we hear on the mic, he's without a doubt one of the best players in this competition, and he's probably #1 when it comes to talking to the referees. And that's the type of thing that could undermine him and his team at some point this season in the playoffs, perhaps. You never know. You might get a referee that gets tired of hearing it. Here's a drive. Here's Johnson from deep, and well short on that one. I'll pass up to Ando, stops and pops. Say Ando, 92-71, back to a 21-point deficit. You fouls Lee, puts him on the line.
Substitution. Number 7, Brantley. Super motion to the bottom. 2 shots about 2 shots.
Here's a drive. Inglis gets it back. And foul before the shot. Inglis thinking that perhaps that should have counted. Yeah, you can see why he thought that should have counted, but I guess they called the foul coming from behind Brantley. So that's why the points are not given.
Number 10,
Inglis makes the first. And the second. Point advantage, 5:43 remaining. Feels like Nagasaki slammed the door shut a long time ago. But you know what? In basketball, never say never. Maybe a miracle comeback is going to happen here. I would not put money on it, but you never know. Kentamori to Inglis. Gets it up and gets it to go. Soft enough shot that time, back to an 18-point deficit. And another turnover. Kentamori. That's what he does very well, his ball pressure.
Substitution. Number 1, Matsumoto. Number 14, Johnson.
Motomayor bringing Stanley Johnson back into the game with an 18-point lead. Here's Johnson, hands it off to Lee. Brantley from D. And a rebound for Yokohama by Maino. Here's the three-point shot. It's almost as if Yokohama must make three-pointers to win a game like this. But again, you bring Gary Clark back into the mix, it's not going to be quite the same blowout that we've seen today. Here's Lee, foul shooting the three. He's got a chance for a 4-point play. He's got 18 points. 11 of 27 from three-point range. Nagasaki.
Official timeout.
And we've got an official timeout. Well, they're the #1 scoring team, Nagasaki, in the league, coming in at 94 points per game average. They're #1 in three-point shooting, 39.1%, and also assists at 24 assists per game. And they're gonna equal that. They'll probably finish with more than 24 assists. They're really close to their 39% three-point shooting. .37% right now, 10 of 27. And in terms of scoring, well, they're going to pass. They're going to improve on that. Here is the, speaking of scoring, let's look at the scoring leaders for Yokohama. Inglis with 18, Ando 17, Tarzuski 14, Ravenna 7, and King 6. But again, no Gary Clark today, and that's the big absence for Yokohama. But, you know, probably, I'm guessing, you bring him back in a game like this instead of losing. Okay, so actually, yeah, so they're 37% right now, Nagasaki, 11 of 29 from three-point range. But you bring Gary Clark back into a game like this, and maybe instead of losing 96-75, you're losing 96-81 or 82. I mean, it's still it's a huge ask to beat Nagasaki. I don't think anybody watching this game and watching most of the games that they've played, I don't see how anybody could come up with the idea that anybody is better, because they just look too good for everybody. But you got to win. You know, you don't win the title in the regular season. You got to win in the postseason, and that's when the pressure goes up. Some teams, some players are better when that pressure is bigger. So who knows? Chiba Jets, maybe. It's going to be a Bricks. We could go to Kings. You never know. Good play. Making a 20-point game, Inglis. So the 4-point play by Lee gives him 19 points. Brantley has 17. Johnson has 21. And Udai Baba has a season-high 27 points. A nice attempt, but the bounce pass perhaps a little too low. Then great hustle back. Forcing the turnover. So good job by Karamata to get the deflection, and now the steal. Ball goes, in fact, the ball just goes away. Jarrell Brantley fumbles it away. 20-point lead, 3.5 minutes remaining. And Brantley fouled.
Number 7, Brantley. 4th personal foul. Substitution, Yokohama. Number 15, Ravenna.
Ravenna, 32 years of age.
VELCA, substitution. Number 99.
Still has a lot of basketball to play in his career. Mata comes back into the game. Inglis makes the first. Kawamata did play in the first window, but only 5 minutes against Chinese Taipei. Definitely more of a fringe national team player, but nevertheless, always a huge source of pride to be selected for the national team. Ando also played in the window. Johnson knocked out of his hands. Kiefer Ravenna tried to hand it off to you, but Karamata was there, knew what was coming. Karamata fakes. Inglis doesn't fall for it. Stayed on his feet and then went up and blocked it. 2:45 remaining. And it seems like it's a matter of when rather than if they're going to get to the 100 mark.
Number 13, Hoshikawa.
Karamata picks up his second foul. It's kind of irrelevant right now. So, Kanta Maeno goes to the line. Morita checks into the game. So the starters going out for Nagasaki VELCA. And that's a high arcing free throw for Kanta Maeno. Makes the first. Young player with a lot of potential, just 23 years of age. Just makes one of two, however. Fans want to see 100. Karamata fakes the pass. Well, that would have taken it to 100, but have to wait. Demori, nice pass. Get it to Urbana, nice shaking and baking. Oh! Urbana gets it back. And Kintamori trying to whip that pass in there, turns it over. Fourth turnover of the game for Kintamori, trying to make something happen. Good job, Kintamori. Hounding. That's where he's really good. Again, defensively. Good defense out on the perimeter.
Number 23, King.
Well, these two teams will do it again tomorrow, and Yokohama B-CORSAIRS, you wouldn't think that Nagasaki could be so decisive in 2 consecutive games. Maybe they'll at least be a little bit closer. Never know, maybe they'll sneak a win tomorrow. This Nagasaki VELCA team does look focused. They look locked in. Bounce pass. Can they get to 100? Well, you know what? It's starting to look like they may not get to 100. Obviously, you leave the starters in, they easily get to 100. Nice give and go. Seen that several times. It's probably the 6th time we've seen a give and go lead to an easy layup, or at least a made layup. Oh, and another turnover. Kai King drives in. Good job finishing. 97-85. If ever a final score were misleading, this is going to be one. It's no way, shape, or form is this a 12-point game. This should easily be at least a 20-point win for Nagasaki. There you go. They got to 100. I knew they'd do it. And Morita gets it done for his team. Fans always love getting to 100. So box out, and that's going to be it. So an emphatic win today for Modi and for Nagasaki VELCA. They rolled a win over Yokohama B-CORSAIRS, 100-85. And tomorrow we're going to do it all over again. Again, Nagasaki VELCA, best team in the B-League, purely on record, but you look at their performance level and their talent, it is hard. It's hard to debate that they are not the best team because they also share the basketball. So much talent. Winning for the 26th time. 26 wins, just 3 defeats. And if you're playing catch up against this team, it is a thankless task. So you can't turn the basketball over tomorrow, Yokohama, against this team, especially the way you did today, giving up those easy buckets. 16 points off turnovers in the end were scored by Nagasaki VELCA. And again, you can see they're doing it tomorrow, tipping it off at the same time, 3:05 local time here in Nagasaki.
Like always, you guys were amazing. Thank you.
本当に今日も素晴らしい応援ありがとうございました。
And you get a chance to talk to a very amazing coach, Kevin.
今日に関してはケビンコーチがスピーチをします。
はけましておめでとうございます。今から日本語を話します。これは特別。VELCAは特別。あなたは特別。
This is Kevin Anzenberger, the assistant coach.
Hold on. ちょっと待って。誠にご支援ありがとうございます。明日は一緒に勝ちましょう。お疲れ様です。
マオレヘッドコーチ、そしてアンゼンバーガーコーチ、ありがとうございます。山本様、ありがとうございました。それでは見事本日の MVP を受賞しました馬場選手から一言いただきたいと思います。
Our coach Anzenberger
皆さん、明けましておめでとうございます。
from Concord, North Carolina.
新年からたくさんの方が会場に足を運んでいただき感謝しています。去年、横浜さんと同じ時期にやらせてもらって、連敗という形で終わったので、今回去年からいるメンバーは、心してかかりました。明日しっかり勝ってバイウィークに迎えたいと思いますので、またこのハピネスアリーナを盛り上げていただいて、そしてその後のオールスターとまた、皆さん、長崎の皆さん、ハピネスアリーナを盛り上げていただけたらと思います。今日はありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。それでは MVP を受賞されました馬場選手にはサインボールの投げ込みを行っていただきます。お願いします。 ご覧いただきました通り、本日の試合は100対85でベルカが見事勝利いたしました。ベルカの皆さんに今一度大きな拍手をお願いいたします。
Tomorrow's game starting at 3:05 local time. And the players do the lap of honor, the lap of thanks. So Yudai Baba said, "Happy New Year to everybody. Thanks for coming to this New Year's game. We really, they're really hard. We really played hard. They'd lost to Yokohama last season, so they were eager to win today, and they'll do the same tomorrow. So please come out and keep cheering. Thanks." You can see a nice crowd today. Here again are the highlights as we are now officially in 2026. And there weren't a lot of highlights for Yokohama. Koyasudo scoring early on. Didn't make too much of an impact in the game. Kiefer Ravena also scoring. Then you had Stanley Johnson, who's been on a tear, scoring from deep. Then Lee passing up ahead, and that was one of the problems. Yokohama a little careless with the basketball, turning it over. Against this defense, you know they are going to be coming up with steel, looking to make things happen on this end of the floor. So Ando knocking down the three-pointer. Then you had Stanley Johnson flying in for 2 of his 21 points. He also had 8 assists and 6 rebounds. He had Lee knocking down the 3, 1 of his 2 threes. He had 19 points. He was 5 of 7 at the line. Say Ando scoring. He had 17 points, 5 of 14 shooting from the floor. Inglis getting that one to go. Good job. And then Yudai Baba, who, well, I mean, 5 of 5 from three-point range. What can you say? The guy was just on fire today. Nagasaki getting a lot of layups, open shots, you name it. Matsumoto driving and scoring. Tarzuski driving. Tarzuski played well today. He was, without a doubt, I would say, the best player in that team. He was an efficient 5 of 6 from the floor. 100%, 4-4 at the line. He had 14 rebounds. Speaking of efficient, Yudai Baba today, 8 of 11 from the floor. There's 2 of Tarzuski's points. That's why his percentages were high. He was able to get some buckets right around the rim. Then the second half three-pointer from Damian Inglis, but the game was long since decided. Bye-bye again. But again, they came in as the best three-point shooting team today. That percentage, oddly, might drop a little bit today because they shot 12 of 32, 37%. Came in shooting 39%. Stanley Johnson was 2 of 9 from three-point range today. Johnson doing a good job of sharing the basketball. Bounce pass to Kawamata. And Kawamata knocking down the three. He was 1 of 2. 6 different players knocking down threes for Nagasaki. And Yudai Baba knocking down the jumper. From the wing, Seiya Ando, who was 3 of 8 from three-point range. Inglis was 8 of 18 from the floor, 10 rebounds. That was him fouling Lee while he was shooting the three. He made the free throw for the 4-point play. Again, another play. Kai King did a pretty decent job today, I thought. 10 points. Sasaki scoring getting his bucket. And then that was the three from right at the end that gave this team a 100-point game. Morita, the three-pointer. So 100 to 85. Probably was a little more decisive than that final score shows. And three-point shooting, 7 more threes made by Nagasaki. Free throw shooting was far superior as well, 84.6%. Look at the points off turnovers. 16 for Nagasaki, 11 for Yokohama. Block shots also just 1 block for Nagasaki, couple for one for Yokohama, 2 for Nagasaki. Nagasaki had 15 steals. 27 points for Baba, a season high, led the way, 8 rebounds for Brantley, 8 assists for Johnson. Tarzuski had a game high 14 rebounds, 10 rebounds for Inglis. But it was Johnson and co. As you can see, the key player matchup. And I would think that's even a little bit misleading as well, because they were so dominant, Nagasaki. But again, seeing the all-round game for Stanley Johnson, especially those 3 steals. You know, you got to tip your hat to him for the effort that he gave on defense, but also Brantley and Yudai Baba, everybody playing hard today for Nagasaki VELCA, who reached the 100-point mark once again this season. The highest scoring team in the competition. See the B-League All-Star game coming up, All-Star weekend. January 16th through the 18th. So we know that you'll be watching that. Plenty of All-Stars to cheer on. So one final time, 100 to 85, Nagasaki VELCA win it over Yokohama B-CORSAIRS. Nagasaki VELCA improving to 26-3. Yokohama dropping to 11-18, and these two teams will square off again tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everybody. Okay, so here we are again, just looking at the schedule for tomorrow. So full slate of action tomorrow. Yeah, it's gonna take something extraordinary for anybody to catch Nagasaki, really. (26-3). Boy, Diamond Dolphins, the next best team in the West at 20, coming into today at 21-7. Okay, so final score once again, 100-85. Nagasaki win it. Nagasaki VELCA prevail over Yokohama B.CORSAIRS. Thanks for watching.